This is a pretty difficult announcement to make, but I will be taking a break or scaling back from making Pokemon content on a temporary basis. Now, let me explain why. Hey guys, my name is Thomas and you're watching Pokemonster. If you're new to the channel, earlier this year, I decided to start my very own Pokemon business from scratch and document the journey of what it's like building that whilst working full-time and also making content at the same time. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying following me along for that journey. Now, unfortunately, I have had to cancel the last two shows that I had booked in, being the London Card Show and Card Expo, the latter of which is actually happening today. Now, the TLDR version of this is that I have come down with a health issue which has not resolved. So I came down with two pretty bad infections over the last 2 weeks, and those have sort of gotten better, so I'm fine, just to preface. But I do have an ongoing problem with talking in general, and maybe you can even tell from this video that I'm not able to open my mouth fully or the way that I usually do. So basically talking is making it worse for me, and talking is the central pillar to making any content, right? Like your own voice is probably the most important thing, unless you're like some AI slop, AI generated channel. So considering the fact that I need to use my voice in my everyday life, at work, when I'm vending and making content, I do need to make some difficult decisions on how I can reduce the amount that I use my voice when it's at a particularly sensitive time, like right now. And unfortunately, content is going to be one of those things, as well as vending. As you guys will have heard from earlier, I did cancel two of my most recent shows, and I may need to cancel my last one, but I'm still monitoring how this is going on an ongoing basis. So what does that mean for the content on here? Well, I definitely will not be able to make weekly videos, although technically speaking, I have not been doing that for most of this year because I've been scaling up the vending. And obviously if you're vending on one day on a weekend, you are spending time the day before preparing, and you're basically dead the day after or editing the day after, which means that you're not able to upload something in that week. But in general, I've been pretty consistent this year, I would like to think. However, I cannot match that level of consistency with my current health issues, right? And maybe this is relevant for you if you're making your own content or running your own Pokemon business, that obviously health has to come first, because without that as the central pillar to your well-being, it's difficult to do anything else with a high level of quality, accuracy, consistency. So I do need to focus on my health in the coming weeks, which means that my uploads will be less frequent. What this means is I need to monitor how making content is affecting me, and I definitely cannot do weekly uploads. I will see how it works or how it feels doing, uploads once every 2 weeks, but it may be that I need to take a complete pause. So that is the main purpose of this video. Now, what is going to happen to the Pokemon business whilst I'm taking this break? Well, as I've mentioned, I have cancelled 2 shows and I might need to cancel my next one. However, I am still running my online Pokemon business. So if you would like to buy Pokemon cards or check out what I have on offer, you can either take a look on my Instagram or take a look at my eBay store, which I'll link in the description, because obviously I can't do a video without plugging my own business, even if I'm taking a break from the content. So the business side, I'm gonna try to keep running on a lower intensity basis, and online selling seems to me to be a good way to compromise that compared to the physical toll of doing vending in person, even though I love vending. So that's what is going to happen for the foreseeable future. Now, do I roll a little market update into this? Well, as you guys will have noticed, there is a little bit of uncertainty and fear in the Pokemon market at the moment, which not many people expected, because traditionally speaking, the winter period is very, very strong, but anything can happen at any time. And I think this is what the market has proved, right? Because we're in mid-November and we're seeing quite a few pullbacks on a lot of modern cards, but I would say even vintage cards. If you look at specific Gold Star cards, like the Gold Star Torchic, which has gone down in price a lot in all grades, except maybe 9s and 10s. And even then, that's because they're so low pop that there isn't a sell right now to gauge what the market feels like. If you've been around long enough, I do think you should monitor this period to see what opportunities pop up. So, you know, in my head, Sword and Shield boxes have suddenly become an affordable opportunity again. Specifically, the ones that I really like are Silver Tempest and Brilliant Stars, because they are in that zone where it still doesn't feel that expensive to pick it up at, you know, £350 to $400, $450. So that is something that I will be looking at. But at the same time, given that I am sort of taking a break from vending as well, I am looking to consolidate a cash position so that I can pounce when I need to. I have been putting a tiny bit of money into One Piece sealed, because despite all the hype that's been going on, you know, if you're able to get boxes of the 3rd anniversary set at retail price, it seems like a no-brainer to me. So it'll be interesting to see how it progresses. But going back to the main purpose of this video, I didn't want to just disappear off the face of the earth without giving you guys an update. And I certainly will still be around. I'll still be active on Instagram. I am active on Instagram. However, as you guys can see probably from this video, I'm having some difficulty talking and opening my mouth in the usual way. So this was mainly an update to let you guys know that the upload frequency, at least, is gonna have to go down, and potentially I'm going to have to take a break until I can sort out this health problem. Now, once I'm back fully, you can guarantee that, or I can guarantee that the content will be back up and running in full flow. I have quite a bit of content backlog actually, so what I might do is I might put out content based on footage that I've already filmed. But I teased an ace grading video in my last video, and that last video was actually filmed before I got ill, which basically explains this as well. That will probably have to wait because I want to make sure that it's good, and that's the whole point of this update as well. It's that the reason why I'm sort of taking a break is so that I can ensure that my uploads and everything remain up to a certain standard and consistency. But I'm definitely not asking for pity or anything, just giving you guys a quick update. I am fine generally speaking, but I do need to take a break, and hopefully my circumstance and my situation can be maybe a lesson to you guys if you guys are grinding like me, you know, working full-time, trying to make a business, trying to make content. Remember to look after your health, because at least for me, it's not something I ever considered until it was too late, basically. And maybe if I had taken some more precautions, or maybe if I had been more mindful of my health by doing certain things like exercising, meditating, I wouldn't have come to a point where I needed to take a break. So hopefully this video was insightful to you guys. I will definitely be back, but I am going to be taking a step back from Pokemon content for the time being. Make sure to check out my eBay store still to see what I have for sale. Happy collecting.